Students, we are going to start our chapter 19, Ocean, Waters and its Circulation of Social Studies. So, we will be studying here how the waves are coming. We often visit to the bank of rivers and seas, so we observe that the waves are coming. So, how they are created? Oceanic movements, we will be studying what is tides, which comes twice in a day, waves, tsunami, how the occurrence of the tsunami is there, and oceanic currents. So we will be going further and we will be continuing chapter number 19 with the social of ocean water and its circulation. Ocean water and its circulation. Oceanic movements. If you observe an ocean carefully, you will notice that water is always moving and is never still. There are several factors like prevailing wind, salinity, differences in the temperature, profile of the ocean water, which keeps it moving. The oceanic movements are mainly of three types: tides, waves, and currents. These are the three main types. Okay, now tides. Every day at regular intervals, the water at the sea level moves vertically. This is its rise and falls alternately twice a day. In tide, this process is done twice a day. This periodic rise and fall of water is called tides. So now we will be studying that what are the causes of the tides. There are gravitational pulls of the sun and moon plays an important role in causing tide. The distance between earth and the sun is 149.6 million kilometers, where the distance between earth and the moon is 3.84 lakh kilometers. Since the distance between the earth and the moon is lesser than that of earth and sun, so the moon exerts higher gravitational pull on the earth. The relative positions of the earth, sun, moon determine the height of the tides, and which varies every day. Now we will be doing types of tide. First is high tide. When the level of water rises is at its highest point is called high tide or flow of tide. When the water rises to the highest point. Low tide, when the level of the water falls to its lowest point, is known as low tide or the ebb of the tide. Banks get flooded during high tides while the water retreats backward in the case of low tides. Here the water will go away in the ocean. Here the water will flow to the banks. Spring tides. On particularly 2 days of full moon and new moon. 2 days, on particularly 2 days, full moon, new moon, known as Purnima and Amavasya, respectively. In India, the earth, the sun, the earth and the moon are in straight line. They are in straight line. The sun and the moon therefore exert their combination gravitational pull, causing very high tide known as spring tide. See, full moon and the sun. Here full moon, here no moon. These are the spring tide. Revolution of the moon. Here low tide, and here there will be a high tide. Now neap tides. When the moon is in its first and third quarters of the sun and the moon are in the right angle position. In neap there is a right angle position. You can see that. Right angle position to the earth. In such a circumstances, they nullify each other's gravitational pull. Hence, they create a low tide known as neap tide. Now, importance. During high tides, the raised water level near the coastal help big ships to leave the coast safely. During high tide, the raised water level will help big ships. Tide help to wash away the deposit silt at the mouth of river and thereby help in transportation. Second one was transportation. Fishing thrives due to high tides. During high tides, many fishes come up to the shoreline, which facilitate the livelihood of fishermen. Livelihood of fishermen is the third point with the cause of the high tide. Tides are useful in generating electricity since the seawater is harnessed during the high tide. In India, tidal power station had been set up in the Gulf of Kambi and the Gulf of Kutch in Gujarat as well as Sundarbans Delta in West Bengal. These are the important of high tides. Now we will be going to the point of waves. What are the waves? When wind blows over the surface of water, causes alternate up and down movement of water with the help of wind, which is called waves. Waves of the oceans are wind generated and surface waves. Wind push down and pull up the particle present in water, creating a circular motion at the centers. This means that the water does not really move from one place to another, but it is the motion which travels across the surface of water. But this is the motion which travels across the surface of the water. Structure of waves. The upper part of wave is known as crest. Here the upper part is known as crest and the lower part is known as trough. The distance between two crests is called wavelength. Okay, so you can see that this is a diagram. This upper part and lower part, the distance between them is known as wavelength. The types of the waves, the wave that approaches the shore and strikes are called swash or forewash. That one retreats is called backwash. There are mainly two type of waves, you can say, or you can say that the types of wave having that the approaches of the shore and strikes, it's called swash, and the one that retreats is called backwash. This is swash and this is backwash. Sometimes while approaching the shore, a wave breaks apart, then it is known as breaker. Okay, so this is the paragraph of the type of waves. Usefulness of wave. Wave help to stabilize the climate, creating a moderating effect on the immediate surroundings. It means to stabilize the climate by creating or moderating the effect. Beaches are formed as wave deposit sand while hitting the shore. Wave which deposit the sand becomes beaches. A range of animals can be bred in germinate life in the sea and ocean beds due to waves. Waves help them to move across the vast sea or ocean and thus spread the marine animal kingdom. Now the next topic is tsunami. Tsunami are giant tidal or seismic waves which are caused by some underwater disturbance. This is the tsunami. Tsunami, how it will be occurred? The occurrence of tsunami from which there is a breach or you can say the disturbance caused in the cause of earthquake. So here will be the disturbance and then tsunami will come. Disturbance like volcanic eruptions, earthquake, underwater explosion. We have learned how normal ocean waves are created due to the gravitational pull of the sun and the moon by wind movement. However, tsunamis are the unique. They are caused by displacement, means movement of water due to the underwater disturbance. Tsunamis are also called as tidal waves. What they are called? Tidal waves. They often resemble the rising tide in a rapid succession and that crash on the shore one after another, causing the devastation. The giant size and the rapid speed of succeeding waves cause heavy property damage and fatality on shore.